Now I would like to present to you some activities for teachers that can help them to build their resilience and well-being. So the first activity I would present to you is called stress signals, and it will help us to recognize stress signals. We all encounter stress nearly every day. However, we may experience it in a different way. Therefore, it is important for everyone to recognize their own stress signals. Recognizing stress signals at an early stage will make it easier for you to react before your stress level gets really high. And this exercise will help you to recognize stress signals in your body as well as to divide them according to their source. First, let's read the example and later try to do a similar exercise with your own case. So, this is our example case. Yesterday I had just a tough day. I could not sleep well the night before as my little child was sick. When I finally woke up in the morning, I realized I did not hear my alarm clock, so I overslept. It was really late for work and I had an important meeting that I had to attend. So I left home as quickly as possible, even without having my breakfast, and drove fast to work. Of course, I arrived too late. My boss was really angry with me and I felt guilty as I really wanted to help my team with the presentation during the meeting. But I was so sleepy and tired that I could not even understand what they were talking about. I felt so guilty. I felt like I disappointed my boss, my team, and myself. All day long, I had a terrible headache. On my way back home, I was a witness of a car accident. I saw a woman crossing a street who was hit by a car. I helped her, of course, and I called an ambulance, but I felt like all my body was shaking. Finally, I arrived home really late, really hungry, tired and irritated. When I entered my home, I could see the chaos and mess around. I suddenly got really angry with my children and my husband and started shouting at them. So in that case, we need to find stress signals. Where can we see them? From what domains do they come from? As you know, we have 5 stress domains in self-regulation theory: the biological, the emotional, cognitive, social, and prosocial. So, where are the biological stress signals? I felt sleepy, I felt hungry nearly all day long, and I also had a terrible headache. And where are the emotional signals of stress? I felt guilty, angry, and irritated. These are emotions showing me stress. And what were the cognitive stress signals? I could not understand my friends and my boss during the meeting. And what were the social stress signals? I had the feeling that everyone at work, at home, I had the feeling that everyone at work and at home was angry at me. And what were the prosocial stress signals? I was the witness of the car accident. It made my body shaking. Now, I would like you to think of any recent situation in which you felt really irritated and tense. Try to remember as many details as you can. For example, what was the place where you were in? What it looked like? What were you wearing? What sensations did you feel in your body? Think about all the emotions you felt at the very moment. Try to recall, what did you think about other people? Do you remember your thoughts and whether you were focused or distracted in this situation? Take a moment to remember this situation as clearly as possible. And now, make a detailed description of this situation. After you do that, try to answer the following questions. What were your stress signals? How did you know that you experienced a high level of tension? What were your biological level stress signals? What were your emotional level stress signals? What emotions were coming up and letting you know that you were experiencing a high level of tension? What were your cognitive stress signals? How did your brain function? And how did you know when you feel a high level of tension? What were your social stress signals? How did you see other people's behavior? What were your thoughts about others, their intentions and their feelings? And what were your pro-social signals of stress? How did you react to other people's problems? How did it make you feel?